Hello, Algebra Readiness people. We are doing the review on 10.1 and 10.2 today. Just a quick overview of the things that we're going to do. I've got the first 6 problems up here, and I figured we might as well do these. These are pretty simple. All you got to do is tell me the coordinates for each one of the letters. Okay? So, and they give the letters in, they go straight down the alphabet there. So for letter A, we have to tell what coordinate that point is on. Okay? Remember, we want to go left or right first and then up or down second. Okay? So our x-axis is here, our y-axis is here, so our first number on our coordinated pair is always the x. So that's our left or right. So when we go into A right here, we go over to the right one. That means it's a positive number. So we're 1. And so I can put that 1. And then I'm going down, which is a negative number. 1, 2. So my first coordinated pair is 1, negative 2. All right? 2, B, here it is. Did I go left or right any? No. So in that situation, I start off with a 0. And then I moved up, which is positive. So I get 0, 2. Number 3, C. Left or right first? Go to the left this time. 1, 2. That means my first part is a negative 2. 1, 2. Now I go up, which is positive. 1, 2, 3. Okay? I did the first 3. I'm not going to do the rest of them. You guys kind of understand how to do the rest of that. Okay? Let's look at the second part of this. After we pass the first 6, 7 through 12 is we've got another grid. I'm not going to make the fancy schmancy grid that I did the last time, but I need to make sure that my grid is large enough to fit all the points. That means I need to have at least a 5 by 5 grid. That means 5 on this side, 5 on that, so 10. All right, make one that's 10 blocks long. You have to kind of figure that out. So if I was doing number 7, G, okay, I'm going to label it G, and then I'm going to put it at the coordinated point of 3, negative 2. Okay, so I have to go over 3 to the right because it's positive, and then down 2. 1, 2. So my point would be right here. All right, so I label that, actually, I don't even label that, I label it G. Okay, so on my grid I put and I label it G. The second part about that is then I have to tell what coordinate or what quadrant that one's in. Okay, remember, this is quadrant 1 and we go counterclockwise, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and then quadrant 4. So in this situation, G is in quadrant 4. So on my answer, I also have to put that G is in quadrant 4. Label that so that we know. And there's only one label. Let's do number 8. Because this is the only one that has a 0 with it. 0, 4. Okay, so we start at the origin, the 0, 0 point. We go left or right? No, because it's 0, but we do go up 4. 2, 3, 4. There's where my H is concerned. Now in this situation, it's sitting between 1 and 2, so my quadrants are 1 and 2 on that one because it's sitting on the line. All right, that's the only one that has 2 quadrants. The rest of them only have a single quadrant. Good luck on that. I'm going to let you go with that one too. All right, let's move on to the stuff that's a little bit trickier. So next page, looking at it. So the first part, it says tell whether the ordered pair is a solution. All right, if you can recall, here's the formula that they give us, 3x plus y equals 9. And all you have to do is take the ordered pair, like in 14, we'll do that one, 2, 3. So 2 is the x, so I substitute that in. So now I have 3 times 2 plus, and then that one becomes the y. 3 becomes y. So 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. The answer to that one is a yes. Okay, so that's all you got to do on that. You either say yes, the ordered pair works, or no, the ordered pair doesn't work. So when you do number 15, do the same thing. Substitute in -3 for x and 18 for y. Remember, when you take a negative times a positive, you get a negative. You'll figure it out whether that's correct or incorrect. All right, moving on. Next one. Next part says, use the equation to find the value of y when x has a given value. Okay, pretty much the same deal here. Let's look at 16. -3x plus y equals 8. And they're saying, what is y when x equals 4? Okay, so we're only substituting in 1 this time. We're just saying what is y when x equals 4. So we substitute in x for 4, and we'll figure out what y is. So -3 times 4, here we go. Negative times a positive gives me a negative answer, -12 plus y equals 8. Now I got to isolate y. Well, I do that by doing the opposite operation and adding 12 to both sides. Those cancel, y comes down, 8 plus 12 is 20. So when x is 4, y equals 20. There's the answer to 16. Do 17 exactly the same way. Moving on. Okay, 8 through 20. 18 through 20 is doing what we did yesterday on the part B of 10-2. That is taking and solving the problem for y. Okay, so look at number 18. -3x plus y equals 14. So we want to get it into that situation where y is positive and by itself over here, x is here with whatever number's in front, and then plus or whatever another number. Okay? That's our y-intercept form. That's the form we want to get to. So basically what we do then is we add 3x to both sides, like we did yesterday. These cancel out. Y comes down. I always move my 3x in front. 14 was positive, so I leave it positive, and then that's the way you leave it. That's it. Okay, we don't have to solve it any further for that. So 19 and 20 are the same way. This is number 18. Get that answer down. Now, for 21 and 22, you have to do all of this, and then you have to do the T-chart stuff. Well, actually, they've already set it up for you, so you don't have to do all of this. All you have to do is a T-chart for it. Okay? So I've got it set up so that you only have to do the T-chart. Let's take a look at how that looks like. Okay? I'll do one of that problem too. 21. We have y equals 2x minus 4. So we're already in that slope formation that we want to talk about. Then we have x and y on our T-chart. What did I always say about what numbers to pick? We're going to choose numbers for x and see what y would be. So we make it easy on ourselves and we put in 0, 1, and -1 as my choices. That's what I always use. You can do 0, 1, 2. It don't matter to me if you want to keep it all positive. I always just think this is easier to do for me. So the first one, y would equal 2 times 0 minus 4. So that'd be 4, or 2 times 0 is 0. So then you got 0 minus 4, and y equals -4. Okay? All right, substitute back in. We got a 1 now. 2 times 1, 2. 2 minus 4, or add a -4. And since we have a positive and a negative, we subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. That would be -2 here. Then we do 2 times -1. That would make -2. Now we got both of them with negatives. Same signs are the same, add and keep the sign. So that becomes -6. Okay, we got our T-chart. You see how I do my work there. And then we go back and put it in on the grid now. My y is going to have to be deep here. Okay? So, when x is 0, y is -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put my point. When x is 1, y is negative 2. 1, 2, I go down 2. When x is negative 1, I go down to negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that should line up into a line just like that. And I draw the arrow. And there it is. And that's what you do for the next one too. Okay, good luck with that. I'll leave you alone. Have a good day.